March 4th, I'm Christian McAllister, and this is your CQ TV. Sumter High School students are receiving new IDs, and these new IDs are high-tech. Students have been talking about what the new ID policy might mean. We decided to see what they are saying.
I really don't like them because then everybody will know, all the teachers will know where you're at and where you're going and time and everything like that.
It's unnecessary. It's going to take up time for the students and it's just not called for.
Policy is that, it kind of sucks for people that obviously skip or are absent or anything.
It's definitely a lot more technologically advanced, I guess. So, we're depending a lot more on the technology side of it, so if that crashes, then...
IDs have great potential, but the way they're doing it really doesn't sound that good.
To clear up all confusion about the new ID policy, I went to talk with Principal Dana Fall. Here's what he had to say.
What procedure will students have to go through with the new ID systems?
The new ID, the biggest change is one, we want them to wear them. And two, they will check into the school as soon as they come in with one of the various kiosks that we have, and I'll show you in a little bit of how those will work. And it's a second is all it takes. They just come by, tap their ID, they're checked into the school.
Where are the different places for the kiosk going to be?
The kiosk will be where they come in for car riders at the end of the ramp down there. And then there'll also be two more over where the bus riders come in. And then the fifth one will be in guidance for any late buses or late arrivals, those kind of things.
Mr. Fall said that the kiosks have printers on top of them that can immediately print a temporary ID for students who have forgotten theirs. The system logs the financial debt to the student and tallies the number of temporary IDs issued.
There's been rumors about there is apparently a tracking device in the ID so everyone can see where we are. Is that true?
There's not a tracking device in the ID. The ID has nothing in it other than a wire that communicates with the machines. The machines have the student information on it, and each card that it has a digital fingerprint, I guess you could say.
Are other schools doing it, or is it just Sumter High?
Well, we were fortunate. I worked a deal out with the company. The beautiful thing is this system did not cost us a penny. With all the equipment, the IDs and everything, it's about $52,000 that we got for free.
Mr. Fall said that the new IDs and the kiosk should be in place and being used by students at the beginning of next week. Reporting for the CQ TV, I'm Christian McAllister. In other news, Assistant Principal Manuel Kennedy announced some changes in what juniors will be required to do in regards to standardized testing. Nakia McGee investigated.
The current junior class were required to take the High School Assessment Program, or HSAP, test last year on behalf of the state of South Carolina. The juniors thought that they were done with state testing, but they were recently informed that they are going to be the first set of South Carolina juniors to take the new state-required test. I spoke with Assistant Principal Manuel Kennedy to get the details about the new testing requirement.
Well, ACT and ACT work keys will take the place of HSAP in order for the state of South Carolina to be in compliance with No Child Left Behind.
Mr. Kennedy explained that the performance of the students on the American College Test and on the work keys will now impact the potential funding that the state of South Carolina receives. This money impacts all students in the state. Though Mr. Kennedy knows that the juniors are, as he said, test weary, he believes that the ACT and work keys test will be more beneficial to the students in the long run.
Now you'll be ready for all of it. Any place you decide to go, industry or higher education, you'll have everything you need. You'll have those scores. And again, it's just, it's for you.
Reporting from the CQ TV, I'm Nakia McGee.
Entertainment reporter Amanda Redfoot has been checking out the latest in television and film. Let's see what she has to share with us this week. Amanda?
Thanks, Christian. The wildly popular young adult science fiction novel Divergent by Veronica Roth was made into a movie just last year, and it received just as much praise as did the book series. Insurgent, the second book in the trilogy, continues the adventure of Trish Pryor, played by Shailene Woodley, during the uprising, who must continue her fight against the leader of the erudite faction, played by Kate Winslet. with love interest 4, played by Theo James, by her side. Trish attempts to find them, while also struggling to save the one she loves and the future of her world. You can catch Insurgent in theaters March 20th. Netflix is at it once again, with its newest, soon-to-be hit TV series Bloodline. From the creators of Damages, Bloodline takes place in Florida, starring Kyle Chandler, Linda Catalini, and Norbert Leo Butz, 3 adult siblings whose secrets are revealed and wounds opened when their black sheep brother, played by Ben Mendelsohn, returns home. Bloodline will begin March 5th at 12 a.m. on Netflix. That's all for entertainment. To find out more, visit thecqonline.com. Back to you, Christian.
Thanks, Amanda. Coming up, we'll get the rundown on sports, meet our student of the week, and hear about a feature story that will appear in the March 20th edition of the Kayaks Quill. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Let's be honest, because other communication companies aren't. Charging hidden monthly fees and cutting corners, always after ways to make more money. FTC has grown the honest way, with only your best interests in mind. Bringing our neighbors, friends, and family together with better service and value that's just around the corner. FTC. Let's be honest.
Welcome back. Sydney Gray McDonald has been watching the world of Gamecock sports and has the latest scores. Sydney?
Thanks, Christian. The varsity girls basketball team made it to the third round of the 4A playoffs and lost to Irmo 55-40, ending their season with a record of 25-3. Congratulations to Sumter High School wrestlers Mac Moda and David Pringle. Mac won the individual state title for his weight class, and David came in second place in his weight class at the state wrestling competition this past weekend. Congratulations to the Sumter High School boys basketball team as they defeated James Island 48-44 to advance to the 4A state championship game on Friday. The game will begin at 8:30 and will be placed at the USC Colonial Center in Columbia. Advanced tickets will be on sale in the Commons area during lunch Wednesday and Thursday. Tickets are $10. There will be a free fan bus, but you must sign up by Thursday. For more details, see Ms. Richardson. To find out more about what's happening in the world of Sumter High School sports, check us out at thecqonline.com and follow us on Twitter at thecqteats. Back to you, Christian.
Ashley McElveen has found a student who shows his school spirit through singing. Let's go to her now to find out who our student of the week is.
Thanks, Christian. I'm here with our student of the week, Malcolm Majorite. Malcolm, what do you participate in here at Sumter High?
Well, I'm president of the Sumter High School Choir. I'm involved in chamber choir, show choir, and key club.
And why do you love choir so much?
Because music is everything to me.
And how has music helped you in your everyday life?
It just gives you something to focus on besides schoolwork, so you're not overworked all the time.
To find out more about our student of the week, check out thecqonline.com. Back to you, Christian.
Sophomore Raven Poole is the only young woman participating in Sumter High School's engineering program. Anthony Dees spoke with Raven to find out what it takes to become an engineer.
Raven Poole is fascinated by the art of engineering and sees the evidence everywhere around her.
I think it's interesting how you can go down a road and you can see these giant bridges or giant buildings and you have to think, hey, someone designed that or someone built that. I really find that.
Raven was inspired to take the engineering courses by her stepfather, who has a long history of working in industry.
He was like, I want you to sit down with me and we're going to look at engineering. And I was like, engineering? I don't think that's a very feminine course to go into. And he was like, just shut up and listen to me. I was like, okay, Dad. And
Raven has not only fallen in love with the concepts behind and the processes of engineering, she also sees that the field will give her a real chance at having a successful career.
in engineering, I can see myself going somewhere with it, and I can see myself working hard, and I want to be able to work hard for what I'm going to have in my future.
Instructors Cody Slaughter and Grady Gillis say that they both work to instill that long-range vision in all of the students in the engineering program. Reporting for the CQTV, I'm Anthony Dees.
Thank you, Anthony. Find out more about Raven's story in the March 20th print edition of the Cox Quill. That's all for this edition of the CQTV. Our next show will air on March 18th. In the meantime, check out thecqonline.com or follow us at the CQ Tweets on Twitter to see what's happening at SHS. Reporting for the CQTV, I'm Christian McAllister. Have a blue and gold day, Sumter High.